Hello everyone, welcome back to my Unreal Engine tutorial series. So in this episode, as you can see here, now these trees are bending, reacting to the wind, but also just like the grass, they bend this way and that way, like still according to the direction of the wind, but they have some kind of oscillation. So that's what I am trying to do today. Adding this oscillation wind reaction to the trees. And as always, this episode is sponsored by these generous Patreons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. Okay, first I'll open my MP global material parameter collection, and here I'll increase the wind direction vector to get some values. Let's try 200. Okay, right now the grass grass blades have some movement, but these bigger trees don't have a movement, so I'm trying to give them a movement just like grasses. Okay, so right, first I'll open my wind bend material function. Just like we did for the grasses, maybe let's have a noise texture. Let's see what are the noises we have. Okay, I think this would work. And right, this is what we did for the grasses, so why don't we just copy the same thing and use it instead of doing it from scratch. Okay, so how did I multiply this one to the main node? Alright, like this, before connecting with the wind direction. Okay, so that means I should multiply this part, the result of this, with this the output of this part, and then connect, multiply with the wind direction. But before that I need to add a clamp, right? Float 3 and float 4, I think it comes from this part. Okay, let's add a component mask of RG and B. No, so what is it required here? Ah, there is here. Right. Okay. I think for this wind wave multiplier, I will have to have a larger texture, otherwise I will get weird results. So anyway, this is what I have at the moment. It's a little odd actually, but we have some variation. But so yeah, I think yeah, let's try with a smaller value for this, maybe 0.05, and apply. Well, it seems that's not enough. I still have this odd result. Yeah, well, mm, no, actually, I don't think this approach will work for the trees, because for the grasses it's okay because they have, yeah, I forgot about this, that texture coordinate doesn't make sense for these bigger trees. Yeah. Um, okay. So let's get rid of this part. Sorry about. Oh, not for the grass. Sorry. Here. Let's highlight a reroute node here and delete this part. So we need a way to. Let's first try with the sign. And here, time. I'll divide the time by some value, otherwise this would be too fast. So now this tree should have a sign like wind reaction. They bend and bend other way and the other way and the other way, like that. Oh, it's too fast, as you can see. See, it's too fast. All right. But we are in the right direction, I think. Let's try see. Oh, I shouldn't divide this by a smaller value, maybe 1000. Would that be too slow? Nothing happens. I think it's too slow. Yeah. Alright, so let's first try with 10. No, 1. Okay, so this is how it looks for the value 1. Now we have a place to start. I'll use 10. Okay, now we have something. Yeah, now this is okay, but we need a way to prevent that, prevent making this bending this all the trees in the same time. So yeah, so we need some kind of a randomization. What can I do to get achieve that? Also I need this um, value always in motion, but that does not happen when this part hits 0 because I have clamped at 0. So what can I do to get rid of that? So in the negative part of the sine cycle, the tree stays in the stable position. I need to get rid of that. So the tree will always be in movement. Alright, so if I add, so the sine value oscillates in between -1 and +1. I think if I can add 1 to this, so it will oscillate in between -1 and +1. Right, let's try this approach first. Okay, now I get something completely different, another odd result. So here this stops moving. I think that happens because I hit the +1 boundary. Right, that should be the case. Yeah, I think I can prevent that if I disable this clamping. Yeah, that problem is solved after I ignore the clamping node, but I have to be careful here when I set up the parameters, bending parameters and gradient resolution of the bending and everything. But yeah, I'm in control of that, so that's alright. Okay, now we have this nice bending effect on the trees, but now we need to figure out a way to make them not bend at the same time. Yeah, for what is the common parameter for this one object but different for the instances of the same object? Right, to determine that, well, let's do something like this. Well, we know the world position of uh, for this each object we will have a unique value, a different value at least, not necessary to have a unique value, a different between each instance. So to determine that, let's do something like this. I get the world position and I can use it to get absolute world position. I'll get it excluding material shade offsets. So right, let's see what we get here. Okay, this area is red. Alright, yeah, everywhere is red. Okay, I know the reason. The reason is that we will get larger values. So first I'll mask. Is it necessary to mask? Yeah, let's consider only one channel, maybe only the R channel. But also, if I do this, everywhere should be white now. Let's see. Yeah, as expected, all the trees are white now. Okay, to test this, let's add a static mesh as well. I'll add bark material to this one, embark reactive. Right, now as you can see here, everywhere it's white. Okay, so let's divide this by, no, let's get the modulus. You know modulus means, right? Modulus means the remainder of this input value after dividing by the value we provided here. Let's call it distance gradient. Distance multiplier. Right, for here I'll try something like 2000, and now I need to divide this by the same value, the remainder. I need to divide the remainder with the same value so that I can get something in between 0 and 1. So now let's see. Now this is black. Alright, now we have the desired result here. Now this is, yeah, you can see this changes from black to white. Yeah, like this. Now in the trees also you should see that change. Yeah, here it's white, and here it's gray and black and white and gray. Yeah, you get the idea. This is black, this is gray, this is white. So we can use this property now. We would run into some problems in cases like this, So yeah, what if I put this into a sign? And for this sign will oscillate in between -1 and +1, but I don't need the -1 part because that doesn't make sense for the colors. So I'll add 1 and then divide this by 2. So this will oscillate in between 0 and 1. Now we should have a smooth gradient. Yeah, like this. This should be alright. Okay, now we know how to get a unique value for each instance. I'll connect the base color again, and let's use this part in, well, not here, here. Yeah, let's alright, we can do this. Let's add this output of this one here, like this. I don't need this anymore now. Well, actually this works except one problem. So as you can see here, this tree bends before this one. They are not in this, they are not happening on the same time, but I get this weird result here because I'm using world position, and world position is related to all these pixels, not unique for one tree. So somehow I need a way I need a unique number derived based on the instance location. So um, well, instead of adding it here, maybe if I add it here, it would make more sense. Right, now you can see we have randomization in between trees, but we have a little disconnected issue of this leaves and bark in some cases. Well, I'm not sure. Actually, I had a little misconception there because I thought this object position would return the same value for all the instances, but I just saw that if I use the object position in the vertex shader, uh, it will give the instance position. So yeah, that's what I did here. Instead of this one, I used the object position and added the result of that into before the sign. So this is the result I got, but now I have this problem of leaves move doesn't move with the bark in some cases. I'm not sure why, because I think since I'm using the object position, I should have a I should have a what, a unique value throughout this whole object. Well, yeah, actually that was not a problem. That has happened because I accidentally override this distance multiplier for the bark for this branches material. That was the case. Now if I don't override it, then it's alright. So yeah, now we have random movements but still maintaining the same direction of the wind for the trees, like this. Right, so this is the final output. We have trees in the distance and in the near, and everywhere they bend to the wind, but still they have some wave, just like grass. Okay, so this is the final result of my, well, I think I can still improve this in some ways, but I'm gonna stop at this point for today. And the latest source code will be soon available through my Patreon page, and link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club. And thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.